Hello and welcome to Arsenal Domination, and it's just a couple of days until we face Chelsea in the Premier League, which as it stands will be first v second, which I don't think anyone really expected to be the case just a few weeks ago. But credit to Chelsea, they've won 5 of their last 6 in the Premier League. They beat Barca 3-0 in the week, who admittedly had a man sent off, but you still have to give Chelsea credit. That was a big win against a very, very good side in Barcelona. And they've got a real thread about them, particularly going forward. Esteval, obviously the man that people are talking about at the moment, but that midfield three is very, very solid. The likes of Casado and Fernandez in there, and they just look a really well balanced side. And it will be a big test for Arsenal. You know, it is at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea will obviously have the crowd right behind them, and they will be absolutely desperate to try and not just beat Arsenal and close the gap to them, but also to try and extend the lead to the sides facing them, because they will be desperate for Champions League football themselves, and they're certainly good enough. I had them finishing in the top 4 before the season started, and I see nothing to suggest otherwise. But people are starting to talk about them, though, as Premier League title contenders, and on one level I can see that. I think, I spoke about the quality in their side. They certainly got a squad that's deep enough in terms of numbers, and they are doing really, really well. But for me, I still don't think that they are going to be Arsenal's closest challengers come the end of the season. That doesn't mean that they're not going to win on Sunday. It will, as I say, be an incredibly difficult test. But I think for me, I kind of see them as very similar to how Arsenal were a couple of seasons ago in those sort of 2 title pushes against Manchester City, where I think, the first season, I don't think Arsenal had the depth in the squad. I thought the second season they started to have it, but what they lacked was the experience to get there. And I think that's really where Chelsea are now. I like a lot of the players in the squad. I like a lot of their starting 11, but I don't think right now they have the requisite experience to sort of get them over the line. Both players that will be able to come in under the pressure and experience that. It's still quite a young squad, and I very much liken Maresca's Chelsea to Arteta's Arsenal a couple of years ago. I think the difference there is that Arsenal a couple of years ago, although they scored a lot of goals, probably lacked a bit of naivety in attack at times. I think this Chelsea side is the opposite way around. I think they are naive more defensively, despite the presence of players like Reece James and Marc Cucurella. I think those centre-backs are an area that Arsenal should exploit on the weekend, but will probably cost them over the course of the season. But Chelsea, certainly a side to be respected. It's going to be a really, really good game. For me, I think they're a season or 2 off the title push at the moment, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below.